What's happening?
Hello, all.
We got I think this is probably the best looking guest we've ever had. What do you think?
Absolutely. A bunch of guys on the entire time.
I mean, all these other guys are rough looking,
Hey, speaking of which, you were supposed to invite Lloyd and Lori to this.
I couldn't because I don't have enough. Let me get some volume on you. Okay. We got some other people coming on. So I can only do.
Okay. So they just sent me a message, so no worries there.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to let them know. Can you let them know for me?
Yep, absolutely. They're watching right now anyway, so they'll be all right.
All right. Y'all gonna make fun of me, man. I'm freezing to death.
Yeah, we'll make fun of him, Michelle. He doesn't know what it's like to have a cold winter.
No, it's free here.
It's 14 here, and I'm freezing to death.
Oh, poor baby.
It was minus 14 in my house the other day.
Look what I got on.
That's his winter attire.
It's crazy.
Heaven forbid you break out a coat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fixing to put a coat on. Fixing to go south. I mean, this is not. No, I don't like this.
I don't blame you. So, Michelle, how is it being the spouse of a PBA touring pro?
What's it like being a normal guy? I don't know. It's the same. His office just looks different. Gary and I were talking about that yesterday. At this point, we're in our 20th season of the PBA tour. So it's just our normal. He just happens to get on TV every now and then.
That's right, which is awesome. We love rooting him on when he's on TV.
Yeah, we're waiting for it. Hopefully this season he can have it better than the last.
Why did you have Michelle on there? Why didn't you have PBA #1 PBA wife or something?
I don't know. I just put my name on there. It said name. I don't know.
You're doing fine. How's the pro shop? How after the fire?
Yeah, let us know about how that's going because you've had a lot going on with that, right?
So do you want to know overall or individually the one at Pinheads that had the issue?
The one that had the fire. Is everything okay?
Yeah. So what had happened was Pinheads had a fire in their kitchen. Mm-hmm. They have a 50-gallon drum that siphons the oil out of the fryer. And whenever they went to put the cleaner in the fryer, the one who was doing that didn't shut the valve off. And so that cleaner got siphoned into the oil and it basically created a large fireball. And it kind of exploded in the kitchen. So when that happened, oil spewed everywhere. And then their suppression system come on, put the fire out. The fire only lasted 14 seconds.
Okay.
But because that oil was already everywhere, the suppression system is strong. It pushed the oil and the water forward through the facility. The topography of the surface of the flooring actually kind of leaned towards the front of the building. And that's where our shop is. And so it got a good brunt of the oil and the water that came from that kitchen. Fortunately, though, they had restoration team there within an hour. I think it was 2 hours actually after the incident. So we had ionizers in it from, Wednesday night. And then I went in on Sunday and the ionizers did their job. It saved all of our inventory. We only lost one pair of shoes to water besides my own personal bags. I was able to save my shoes and my bowling balls. And then we're going to lose our carpet and 2 of our cabinets. But compared to what we thought we were losing, much better situation than what we originally thought.
Yep, that's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. Okay, so we're gonna get this started off right. So this is the first question of the night. How did you meet Ronnie?
Ronnie bowled in Vincent, and that would have been, I graduated in 2001, so I went 2001, 2002. So he was there in 2000, 2001 bowling season and had left and actually had a job at Ebonite the year that I came in. He came back to visit the team when he had already taken the job at Ebonite. He was living in Hopkinsville. So that's only 2 hours from Vincennes. he had came up to visit after we got back from Christmas break, January 13th, 2002. And he walked in the building, and the girls had been talking about him. And because, no offense to anybody on the BU team, the years I was there, but I'm not attractive. But
Oh, wow.
these girls were talking about this guy last year, Ronnie. He was so cute. He was this and that. And I'm up on the approach, and I'm getting ready to go. And they're like, oh, my God, there he is. He's walking in the building. And I said, shut the up, F-bomb. And I turn around, and here he is walking across the bowling center. And I'm like, dang.
Wow.
And we met that day, and we've been together ever since. And that was 22 years ago.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Jason's driving home from work. Look at Jason. Look at here.
Exactly.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, buddy. How are you, man?
Good.
Jason, this is Michelle. This is Ronnie's wife. Ronnie, this is Jason. This is the he's the real deal guy right here. Okay, so there you go.
Nice to meet you.
It's a lot colder here than it was where you was at during Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. Over here right now in Tennessee is like 19 degrees, if that.
We got you beat, man. I'm at 14.
It's pretty close right now. I think it's 12 right now. I don't know. I know earlier when the light was out, it was 16.
Well, there you go. Here you go, Michelle. Here's you another one. Johnny Bartley says, "We love you, Michelle."
Hi, Johnny.
Now, who's Johnny?
He is one of our very good friends from here in Noblesville. He bowls with us on Monday nights.
Okay. Well, where is Ronald at? Where's he?
He is on his way back from Wichita with Smallwood.
Oh,
So
okay.
okay.
Yeah,
So he admitted.
I think they're about an hour and a half out.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about last night. What did you guys think about the show? What'd you think, Deuce? What'd you think about the show last night?
I loved it. I mean, I'm a PBA nerd. I'll watch it anytime it's on. I loved it. I wanted a different result, but that's all right.
We didn't have nobody whistling in the crowd.
No,
so
there was no whistling there. If I was whistling from my house, I was hoping Smalls could hear me from my house, but I was definitely rooting him on for sure. I like to see Nate Stubler make it. That was kind of cool for his first show. He's kind of a local. He's not really local, but I mean, he bowls with a lot of guys I know here in Illinois. So they were obviously pulling for him pretty strong. I was pulling for Vi as well because I know Chris. So yeah, it was cool. The first show of the year is always fun. It was always fun.
It's good to get it back up and going. You know,
absolutely,
because you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. So it was definitely exciting, to say the least, right?
And they got a little bit of a break, which is good. And then here in a couple weeks, that's full force, man. They're gonna be doing busy. So,
Exactly.
Michelle, are you going to come to Illinois Open at all?
Illinois, no, but I'll be at the U.S. Open.
Yeah, we'll be there for the U.S. Open. And then the following week, they're going to be at Mount Prospect, which is like 25 miles from my house. So I'll be able to see him. I'll be able to see him a couple weeks in a row, which will be kind of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this guy, we're breaking this guy in right here.
Yeah, he's coming to the U.S. Open. That'll be a good time.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy right here, though, he's going to be really broken in. So he's going to be he's excited. That's for sure.
Apparently, I don't know what I'm getting myself into with these guys.
You'll be fine.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on this, so I'm gonna.
You can say
absolutely,
anything you want to say. You just go right ahead. Please share. Please share.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah. Water.
Did you get that, Jason? Drink lots of water. Here you go, Michelle. Kylie Trexler.
Kylie. Hi, honey.
Now, she is
Caden's girlfriend.
Exactly. And
they've been together.
She's at La Tech, right?
Yeah, Louisiana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been together 4.5 years now.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
How are your boys? How are your boys doing? They kicking butt and taking names?
We're trying. Caden's still adjusting to college. First semester was a little rough. Of course, he's back for the second semester now. They bowl in Louisville next weekend. He's never been a lover of school, so
Sure.
that part of it,
Right.
he doesn't like. He's in auto tech, so more of a hands-on studies, but still paper tests aren't his favorite thing. They're no one's favorite thing.
Right.
But he's managing. He's working it out. We changed him over to a private room to give him some more space because he's just kind of that kid that he needs a place to walk away to.
There you go.
Seems to be doing real well. And then Cameron, we took him out of public school, and now he's doing half homeschool, half private. He was so far ahead in high school, he only needed 4 more classes to graduate. So we ended up moving him over to a private school, and he's playing basketball with his best friend he's grown up with. And I feel like helped raise. I mean, he spends almost every weekend at our house. Malachi does. He's our buddy. So.
Yep. I've seen the pictures on Facebook. It's awesome to see him playing ball, and great kids. You got great kids. That's for sure.
Well, it's worked out better for him for his, school's important. Don't get me wrong, but for his basketball, this is really going to put him at the next level, right? So
you
gotta do what you got to do. So
so the problem we were having, and the unfortunate thing with public school, and any parent's going to witness this whether the kids play or not, is if you are in that school system for a long period of time, the likelihood of moving into a system and making a team is very difficult. Then you add on top of that poor excuses regardless of talent, and it just kind of fuels your fire. So he had worked his tail off, and push came to shove. This was the best thing to do for him, and it was the best thing for his studies. And he had some colleges already reach out to him, and they were Christian colleges, and where he's going is also a Christian school. The private school is a Christian school. So all in all, just there was way more pros than there were cons to the situation. So now he's getting to play with his best friend. He'll get to graduate with his best friend, and it's good for everybody all around.
Now, is he a senior?
He is.
Nice.
Yeah. Let me throw this one in there. I think Lloyd's got to speak. 9 degrees with a minus 23.
Oh, no. It was minus 14 air temperature here, and I'm like 35 degrees below zero wind chill.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, it was rough. It was up and rough.
You talked about Indy, right?
What's that?
We'll both be at Indy and Chicago.
Oh, nice. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a nice little 2-week trip. I get to see everybody for a couple weeks in a row. That's cool.
Yeah, because you're going to be at both places, right?
I will be at both places. Yep.
Okay.
And then they go to Indiana. Well, they go Illinois, then they go Missouri, then to Indiana at Dave Small's place in Anderson, right, Michelle?
Yes, they do.
And how far away is that from you guys?
45 minutes.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
Okay, so wait a minute. So Anderson, Indiana is where? Is that close to?
It's northeast of Indianapolis a little bit.
Yeah, it's straight east of where I live.
Gotcha.
When is that?
That's probably.
I know that Friday is the 23rd because there's a big group of us going to see Tyler Farr at the honky tonk down on the south side of town.
Gotcha. So like end of February, I do believe.
Yeah.
Okay. We going, Deuce?
I can't do that one. Well, I could, but I'd have to be single. I don't want her kicking me out of the house.
Jason, did you get those dates? We're going back. We're going to Indiana. Okay.
All right.
It was hard enough to get you guys to pull teeth to get you to go to Indiana the first time. What are you talking about?
Jason, we're going to Indiana. Anderson, Indiana. Go ahead and take leave, okay? He's blacked out, ain't he, because he's driving. I'll get him there. We're going, Jason. Just shake your head, right?
Well, if you come the 23rd, you got to get online and get tickets to Tyler Farr.
Okay. Ronnie can't
there's
get
a
me
group
backstage.
of like 20 or 30 of us going.
Can Ronnie not get me backstage?
Well, he was going to talk to Chuck because we've met Tyler 2 or 3 different times now. He's really cool.
Nice.
Okay. Your daughter said it's icy here in Louisiana. It sucks. Definitely not as cold as Indy, though.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
All right. So, so this may be for a little bit of discussion. So you guys get me caught up. I've had a lot going on, and I haven't had a chance to catch up with everything because we've been working. So, Ducey, I know you probably know what this is. Michelle, you can get into it a little more too. What is this about the PBA threatening the guys with fines if they say anything bad on social media? What's going on there? You look like you know the answer. Can you even discuss it?
I mean, I can. I think it's.
What's going on? So I'm lost. What's going on with that?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to say I know all the bylaws and I don't know all the rules of the book of being a PBA member. I do know that you're not supposed to bash the PBA, which is out of respect. It's your job. It's what you do. I completely get that. But there's a big difference between bashing the PBA and saying that they suck and that they're terrible and that they're all of these other things versus giving an opinion of an event or an occurrence or how something operates or how it could be better. And that's where that gray area is, where they want to come in and don't want you to speak anything. And I don't think it's fair. I think these guys need to have a voice. I think there needs to be more leeway for them to be able to speak up. And I can attest to, I've been at events where they want to speak up, they want to say something, and they get shut down. So then they feel like their voice is social media, and everybody wants them on social media. The ball companies, the shoe companies, the grip companies, the shirt companies, everybody use social media. But as soon as you say something that's an opinion, now you got to back off. Now all you can do is say, buy my stuff, but you can never share your opinion. And I just don't think that that's right.
I don't know where this came from, so that's kind of surprising that that they could have that kind of influence on your own social media. But your social media is you know what I mean? You're representing yourself. Obviously, you're representing your brands as well in the PBA. But, I mean, the NFL is not going to find Patrick Mahomes if he says something on social media.
Well, I mean, I agree with what y'all are saying. I mean, you got to be able to voice your opinion, right? And you got to be able to discuss maybe your likes and your dislikes.
Right.
I don't see why you've got to be fined. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Michelle. You can't just be just talking ugly, all this kind of stuff. But you got to be able to express what's going on, right? So
yeah. Well, and there's another thing too. There's a players committee.
That's what I was getting to. You have like a union, right?
Yeah, the players committee is supposed to stand up and be there to represent the players. And I don't want to say anything wrong, and I don't want this to come across the wrong way, and I hope it doesn't come across that way. But I can't see that the players committee is always representing all players, but maybe just who's in the players committee's opinion, but everybody else's opinion isn't accounted for. And I think that's unfair too.
Right. Well, you got to be able to voice your opinion on what you feel could be a better avenue to go down. You see what I'm saying?
And how does that fine get assessed? And who makes that final decision? Is it Tom Clark? Is it the players?
Usually whoever's running the tournament or the commissioner, and they'll just say you're getting a fine. They turn it in to the office, and either they'll charge you, or the next time you make a paycheck, they take it out of that check.
Oh.
See, that's all new to me. So Josh Blanchard, what happened to him? Is he not a part of the PBA anymore?
I do not know details on that scenario at all.
I saw him at the event. He was there in Wichita. So I think he's kind of helping out with that. I knew he was doing a bunch of regional stuff out in the West because I think that's where he was living. So I don't know if he's a regional director, kind of like what Toby
He
was
is.
doing.
Yeah, he is, or what? I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. So he is or was. I work with his wife at Bowler X, so.
Well, this is what I saw. I was scrolling through. I still call it Twitter. Yeah, it's X now, but it said, "Thank you for all that you did, all that you've done for the PBA. You're certainly going to be missed." And that's just what I saw. I don't know. So, I didn't know. I know he's from Arizona, right? He handled all the regional stuff out west.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know what happened with him. So
and then John Weber retired as well too. So
so he left, right?
Toby's taken over for the national director on that.
Yeah.
I don't know Ronnie mentioned who it was, but I honestly don't remember who he said.
I've met him a couple times. He was doing a lot of the PBA 50 stuff, Michelle. So he was doing a lot of Central PBA 50. I met him a few times. His name's Toby. I don't know his last name. Super nice guy. I think he's going to do well, and he's got plenty of experience in it. So he's been doing it for a while.
There's another friend of yours.
Hi, Candy. I don't know if we're bowling. Last we heard, we were not.
And then
college event coming up.
Then Johnny's chiming in. Kylie's chiming in. So, and Lori's planning on being somewhere. I don't know where she's going to be. So, anyway.
So how are all the pro shops doing, Michelle? The pro shops all making money, doing good, staying busy?
We're doing good. Montana's doing great. That's in Grizzly Lanes that Rhino Page owns.
Mm-hmm.
Pinheads does real well when we can be open, but we're closed right now for 3 weeks because of the fire. All Stars doing phenomenal. That center's crazy busy. Awesome. We've got tournaments in there every weekend this month, so Travis has been on his toes. And then Muncie, we're still navigating that one. That one's still doing really well. We're working on something within that center. That's kind of the start of it. RT is creating an internship program.
Nice.
And what it will do is young kids, younger adults who are interested in getting in the pro shop world will be able to come in and volunteer. Mm-hmm. We'll have tiers of this volunteer program. Once they get to where we feel like they're an asset, then they're up for a paid position. Mm-hmm. And if at any point in time we grow, then we'll have employees already under us that we can put into those new centers.
Absolutely. That's great. That's awesome.
Did you finally get off the road? Oh, I'm sorry, Deuce.
Oh, that's all right. I tell Michelle, I still want to buy some RT shirts and a jacket. So let me know when you get some in.
You got to buy them on High Five now.
Oh, buy them on High Five? Is that the best way to do it? Okay.
Yeah, we got a merchandise line on there now. We've got the first run out. And then after probably here in a few weeks, we'll probably create some new designs and keep adding to it.
Okay, cool. I'll go to that. Yeah. So everybody out there watching, go to High Five Gear and get some RT Experience shirts. That's cool.
Yeah, we've got a tab on there. It says RT Tour Experience merch, and there's T-shirts, sweatshirts, tumblers, backpacks. We're gonna have an accessory bag coming. There's a chamois on there. I think that's about it for now. Nice.
Yeah, I'll definitely go there.
Hey, this is a typical Tuesday night for you, Deuce. And
How's
Jason, you'll learn. Look at this. Lori's drinking. So you read between the lines.
Yeah, they're as big PBA fans as we are. So I mean, that's great.
They're stalkers.
They'll be traveling.
Stalkers, right?
Stalkers, yeah, exactly.
Oh,
PBA stalkers.
Johnny says the tumblers look awesome. Johnny, I need a tumbler.
Yeah, we have two different ones on there. There's a regular tumbler, and then there's one that's wrapped in leather.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's hand washable. It doesn't soak up the water.
EJ and Ronnie were always walking around with that big white one, so I'll take that white one into the PBA events with me.
Is that not the one that you made us, Gary?
Yeah, I made that one and gave a white one and a black one, I think it was, and then we did the hats. Dean did the hats, and I gave them to the guys. So, Here you go. While we're on the subject, need to drop the link for the webpage for the merch.
Yeah, I can't do
I
that.
can send it to somebody.
Yep.
Michelle will send it to you. Jason, you there?
Yep, I'm here, not driving anymore.
That was
All right.
Holly, wasn't it?
All right. Do what now?
That was Holly, wasn't it?
That was Holly Webb. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Jason, you got anything you want to say?
Nope.
He's Mr. Talk a lot. If you haven't noticed, Michelle.
Yeah.
He's getting all new to this. He's the only active duty Army guy in here, so he gets a little leeway. That he's probably got to talk enough during the day to keep people in line.
Yeah.
Mr. Master Sergeant.
Now we got look at Michelle. Look at her. She's doing all the work now.
Yeah, Michelle, if you could go to like that Facebook post that we were all on, sharing the dog tag thing. If you could share the website on that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I can do that
On Facebook.
Yeah, we'll pass it along.
Heck yeah. Speaking of pass along, I gotta go get me another cocktail.
Well, while you get a cocktail, we're going to put Michelle on. We're going to put her on the clock, and we're going to get her to ask Jason a question. We're going to do the role reverse here.
What the heck am I going to ask him?
Well, look. You know me, right? You know this guy. You know this guy who's walking around. So get to know this guy. So ask this guy a question.
Well, she needs a little background, Gary. I mean, okay, so
I got nothing.
Nothing at all.
I know he's in the military. That's as far as it goes.
Well, okay. This would be an easy one. Look at Deuce. Deuce, I got to highlight you, man. This is too good. Look at you.
Gotta pour my bush lattes. Hey,
you could ask Jason.
I didn't know it was a drinking show. I just got sweet tea.
Yeah, you're in the man cave. I know it. Hey, you need to get a banner of Ronnie on the wall over there. You know it?
Well, I got trooping AJ on the walls. Yeah, I could definitely use an AJ or a Ronnie jersey. I could do that, especially now he's back with Motive. I like that part.
There you go. Well, here's an easy.
Old Motive jerseys left.
So I'll make it easy. I'll give you the question to ask Jason while Jason's walking to his man cave. You could ask Jason, how did you get hooked up with these two guys?
That's actually what was just going through my head. How do you tolerate them?
Well,
thanks, Michelle.
With love.
I think we met at one of the tournaments, one of the P4B tournaments. Somehow I got conned into bowling with these guys. And then ever since Gary's keeps dragging me into these other things. So now that's kind of how we did it.
It seems to be the way it goes. He kind of gets everybody hook, line, and sinker, and just the crew keeps growing year after year.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, even though the colonel outranks everybody, this guy right here, though, like I said, this guy's the real deal here. Now I'm going to tell you. Well, hey, me and Deuce are old guys, but we'd still follow this guy anywhere, especially to the club.
The mud in the muck. Yeah. Hey, now I've not heard how Jason met Gary or Gary met Jason. How did that happen?
Well, I'll tell that. You want to tell it, Jason, or I can tell that story?
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, we're not going to name the brand because we don't care nothing about that brand anymore, right?
But I got you. Okay.
You got me now. He was a national staffer for that brand, and that gentleman brought him to Huntsville and said, "You need to meet this guy." He and I made an instant connection, and then the colonel was there, and so we just brought him on board. So
now Jason, did you know Lee before that, or you?
Nope. I met Lee and all you guys after I met Gary.
Gotcha. Okay.
See how I just bring everybody together.
Hey, we've said it before, and Michelle knows too. When you meet good people, they just click right away, and it just happens. I mean, she's a judge of good character, and if she didn't like it, she wouldn't be on our show right now. Exactly.
Oh, she's a sister, you know. Here's My God, I can't keep up with Michelle's got a following like crazy.
Oh my God, I was going to say the same thing. So we've got so many more.
Hi, Heather.
Heather, Heather Wood says hi. Lloyd says he has the black tumbler and loves it.
Good.
How about that? So there you go. You're bringing everybody in here,
right? So let's talk about Ronnie. Ronnie, I saw he put a post out that he's gonna slow down on picking that guitar and singing, and slow down a little bit on the golf and focus 100% on bowling.
I mean, we all know Ronnie. Yes, I mean, yes. I mean, he is focusing more on bowling. And it's so funny though, because as much as he wants to say he was focusing more on golf, he never didn't practice. I just don't think his head was on straight. Sorry, honey, I love you if you're listening. But you go through that. You go through your ups, you go through your downs, and what he thinks he wants and what he really wants, or maybe two different things at the time. And I know he's working towards goals for after his bowling career, because he's been in PGA school. He just finished level 1 with that. Now he's got to go do a seminar to finish that portion before he can move on to the next. So, he's working towards a retirement job. And I think again, sorry, honey, I love you. But again, I think he got a little confused. Like, his career is not over yet.
No.
He's not old enough for his career to be over with yet. He's far too talented to even let that pass through his mind that he would be done. So it's just a shift. I think, those ups, those downs, he struggled for a couple years, and I think it really wore on him. And we moved down here to Noblesville, and when we did, it was a really bad experience. I think that wore on him. It wore on the whole family, and the whole COVID thing. Like, I think he wore a lot, and it was really heavy. And I think it kind of messed with him a little bit of what his priorities were and where they were. And it wasn't that he ever stopped. It just, I don't think his practices were as effective as what they used to be, and his thoughts weren't as effective as they used to be. He had a lot of, I don't want to say demons, because I don't think he had demons, but there was negative thoughts there, and it's something you have to battle. And I think all athletes, especially bowlers, with it being such a mental game, go through that. But I see the positive out of it. I see where he's going forward, and he's got a lot to look forward to. He's super excited about being back with Motive. He's also shifted over to be back with Vice. He's in his 7th year now with Dexter. So, and he works for them too. He's not just on staff. He's a regional manager for them, and he also takes care of the pro staff on the trucks. So, he's got a lot to look forward to, and I'm glad. We all have to go through those ups and downs. It's how we learn about ourselves and grow, and I think it's going to pay off. I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, well, us guys that aren't professionals in anything, he's so freaking talented. He can be a professional singer, professional guitar player, professional golfer, and a professional bowler. He just kind of perks me up.
Well, yeah, and for him, he's good at all of it. So it's really hard. Like, how do you pick? And
correct.
When we had this conversation of, you've put 20 years into bowling, you can't just stop at 43, 44 and start over. We have a kid in college. Our kids are 14, 18, 19. Right. It's not a point to start over. So you have to decide, kind of where you are going to focus that energy. And he was trying to focus all of his energy on all the things, and you can't do it all at once. And he still picks the guitar, and he still sings for me at home. And I think that's a good hobby. I think that's something to hang on to. If he does a show here and there, go do it. More power to him. He's still going to golf. No one's ever going to take that away. I think that's his stress relief. He's got that celebrity golf event coming up in June that's in Maine. I know him and Sean Rash are working on some more, him getting into those. So I think it'll be good. It'll all be positive. He just had to map out where his energies were going to flow and be balanced.
You knew that
he's got tons of fans out there that he doesn't even know. We're all pulling for him. So we'll see him back on the top of the PBA tour and win another event and stay up the top. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
you knew that Ronnie and I did a duet together at the Colonel's house, didn't you?
I did
It was
not.
a number one. It's a number one. It's a number one hit. It's a
Yeah.
number one hit. Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, with him, I was the lead singer.
Gary can carry a tune with a
I would love to
wheelbarrow.
see that.
It's on video. I'll send it to you.
Please do.
It was so great that Ronnie had to quit picking the guitar and saying,
Was he laughing
"Mama
too
Smart,
hard?
you're on the wrong verse."
I don't sing
Well, that's
around him.
great
He told me I
times. We've had
suck, so I
great-
just don't.
We've had great times at the Colonel's house.
Oh yeah.
We're getting this guy to the Colonel's house before long.
One day I'll be there. One day I'll be as cool as you guys.
We're not cool. When you get broke in Indy, I'm hoping we get there. I hope it snows like 3 foot or something, 4 foot or something.
Are you guys staying within walking distance to the bowling center?
I think we are.
This guy right here has got us in a place this year. We had the house last year.
Yeah.
What was it? It was like 20 people in the house, dudes.
Yeah, it was a cool house.
It was cool. Let me get caught up because Johnny says Ronnie's always a winner in his book.
Oh.
And then your daughter, Ronnie's okay, I guess.
That's said with love.
I mean, I love Ronald. How do you not love this guy?
He is probably one of the most approachable out here, in my opinion, for fans.
Can I share my story?
As long as it doesn't include his pants being down or something crazy, sure.
Do you remember his surprise 40th or his birthday party?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the gentleman from Las Vegas? What's his name?
Troy.
Troy.
Love
Okay.
Troy.
You want me to? Can I say it? I mean, it's probably okay, right?
It's fine. We're all adults here, right?
Exactly.
So it's Sierra and Sam, me and the Colonel, right? So we go up to Ronnie's surprise birthday party. It's in Indy, all right? So we walk in, and this guy comes up and he says, "Hi, I'm Troy. I'm Ronnie's gay friend from Las Vegas."
Yeah.
And I thought the guy was joking. I didn't know Troy. I said, "Well, hey, Troy." I said, "I'm Ronnie's gay friend from Alabama." And Troy goes, "Oh, really?" He said, look at this scarf. He says, "Isn't it just fabulous?"
Oh my gosh.
And Ronnie said, "Gary, no." He said, "Troy, this guy, he's not my gay friend from Alabama."
I have not heard that story.
So he said, "Who's your friend?" I said, "This is Colonel Lee Herring." And he said, "Oh, I love a man in uniform."
I love Troy. He's one of the best people.
It was fun. That was a great night, was it not?
Yeah, it was.
So was Ronnie surprised?
He kind of knew. So it stunk because God, which birthday was it? Was it his 40th? It was his 40th, right?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So
it's the one where the koozies was wrong.
Yes. Okay. So I had the party at 8 Seconds, which is the honky tonk saloon I was talking about earlier that we go to all the time. And there was a different artist that was supposed to be there that night when I planned this thing. It's to the point now we know the manager. I can text him like, "Hey, I need this," and it's done. So I've got this whole back area. It's got its own bar. It's got everything. Like everything's set to go, and the artist changed. I forget who it was supposed to be originally. Well, then it changed to, I think, Big Smo, which is
Big Smo.
Yeah, it's like a country rap, not something we listen to. He's good at what he does, but it's not our genre of music. So I'm like pushing that we need to go on this one specific night to go to 8 seconds. And he's fighting me the whole way. Why would we go here? We don't listen to him. This doesn't make any sense. I think we had his sister and my brother-in-law in tow to go that
Oh,
night.
yes. Oh, the sister. Love her.
So
Love the sister.
we get closer to it and we're walking in. I can just tell when we're walking in, he knows something's up.
Yeah.
But what he didn't know is that I had people flying from Nevada, New York. You guys came from Alabama. I mean, he had people from literally all over the country there to celebrate his birthday. So that part was really, really cool. But he did have an inkling that there was something going on.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome.
It was fun.
So when is his birthday? What's his birthday?
December 22nd.
Oh yeah, Christmas dude.
Yeah.
Now we've got to introduce Jason to your brother-in-law.
Oh gosh. Oh Russ. Oh Russ. I'm sure he'll be around U.S. Open week.
I love Russ. You can't beat him, man.
He's a hoot.
You can't beat him at the $320 bar tab. You can't beat him.
Well, he bowls with us on Monday nights too. So it's me, Ronnie, Johnny, Russ, and then another friend of ours. He's from the Ohio area. We're on holiday. And we just have a blast. But Russ, you just have to meet Russ. And it every single Monday night is just, I look forward to Monday nights just because of league. It is so fun. It's a men's league, but they fortunately let women bowl in it. And we just have the best time. Anytime Russ and Steph are involved, we have a great time.
That's what it's all about. Getting out there bowling every week and having a good time.
Absolutely.
The first time I met you guys was at Indy. I'd met Ronnie and EJ earlier at Junior Gold. But it's when Ronnie was bowling Parker Bone.
That was the first time you met me?
That's maybe the second time I met you.
Because we came down and did a clinic in Alabama.
This was before you came did the clinic. This was This is when I was sitting behind the folks at Turbo, okay, and Russ came in, and he had his drinks. I don't know if Deucey, I've ever told you.
Hey, it sounds like I need to meet Russ. You know, I get on just fine.
You know Russ. You've met Russ, have you not?
He was there last year.
He was there last year.
I don't remember him. And that's bad because I'm really good with names and faces. So we'll see.
So Russ comes in. He comes in, Michelle, and your daughter came in and sat down. And Russ came in, and your sister-in-law sat, I think, beside you or something. Russ had the two 32-ounce drinks. He comes in and sits down, and they're both for him. He wasn't passing them off to anybody else. But the funny thing about it was he kept hollering, "All right!" He was hollering. And Ronnie kept turning around. He kept turning around looking at him.
He does a little Monday Night League.
He tells Michelle, he says, when they go to commercial, I got to go there and help Ronnie. I got to help him. He's all over the place. And she was like, Russ, because I was like right behind Michelle. Russ, cut it out. You've been to the show. Jason, you'll learn. You know how they do the tape. Everybody's standing up, clapping. They're fixing to go to commercial, right? Russ is starting to get up like this. Ronnie looks over, sees that they're in commercial. He turns around. He says, Russ, shut the hell up. This is not league night. Oh, God. I love him. Johnny says that Russ is a hoot.
Yeah.
Russ is a special kind of special.
Nice.
He's our special boy.
Yeah, you gotta
I love him, man.
I
love him, man. He comes in every. I only see him one time a year, and that's in Indy. He comes up and hugs me. Says, "Bring it in, brother. Bring it in for the real deal." And then he says, "You're out of town, so the first one's on you, right?" Okay. Before we get too long here, I get these two. Here you go. How'd you like meeting Jason Aldean?
They were amazing. They, of course, you guys know that we're friends with his brother-in-law, Chuck.
Right.
So they had held, so Chuck's wife is Jason's sister.
Right.
So Jason's wife, Brittany, Chuck's wife, Cassie, have Brittany and Cassie, where they do their political shirts and their campaigns and raise money for different things. And they had a golf outing to raise money for, the name is, I'm forgetting the name right now, but I'll have to share it with you. It's a really good thing to read up on. But it's basically, they raise money to rescue kids from anyone really from sex trafficking. So we went down for this golf outing, and we got to meet them at the first dinner, and we actually got to sit at their table, and they are so welcoming and so warm and kind. And some celebrities we've met, it's kind of like, I can name a couple that they're just could care less. They don't want anything to do with you. They don't care who you are. If you're another celebrity or not, they want nothing to do with you whatsoever. And they were just, because we were there and we were friends with Chuck, they kind of wanted to know everything. Jason was real kind to Ronnie while they were golfing, and they chit-chatted a bunch. And then the last night they kind of had another kind of like a closing party, if you will. And they were happy to take pictures with us. We were all hanging out, and they like had their security staff like watching everybody. It was really, really cool. But they were just way more down to earth than I expected them to be, and just very, very kind and very sweet. And Brittany has a heart of gold. She's just as cute as a button.
Well, that brings us to this. You remember your surprise birthday party?
Oh, that was the first time I was supposed to meet Jason and couldn't because someone said I had too many beverages and wouldn't let me. Let me think my birthday present for my 40th birthday. Yeah. And we're up on the rooftop, and he had finished his show at Bridgestone. Is it Bridgestone that's across the street?
Yeah, it was Bridgestone. Yeah.
And came over and was in his little VIP area on the inside. And I was like, just let me go. Ronnie's like, well, we'll walk by and see if he's there. And we kind of walked over there. And I'll never forget this now because I knew it then, but I didn't know till after the fact. So we like walk over there, and we're like at the steps, and Ronnie just kind of reaches and looks. Well, he's not over there. And then I found out later he really was.
Yeah. So let me tell you guys the backstory on this. So we get there first, and Ronnie says everything's set up. So I go and tell them who I am. I'm here with the Russells and all this. So we got you set up. They take us to the VIP area, and guys, it was unbelievable. We were in the corner. You can oversee Broad Street. They're bringing drinks. They're bringing water. You have your own personal whatever you want. I mean, this is. And I called Ronnie. I said, "Man, this is a great setup. You're friends of Chuck and Jason, so we're going to take care of you." All this goes on and everything. I think Lloyd and Lori was there. It was just me and Kenya. And then I think your friend Michelle came. I don't remember her name.
Yeah, okay. Michelle came from Southern Indiana. And then we had Lisa and EJ and Natalie, and because there was a bunch of us that went to Chuck's show prior.
Right.
That's why I was going to the second part, because the moonshine at Shiners is really, really good.
So there's about 6 of us there, and we're just having the time of our life, and all these people going by there like, wow, I wish I could be with these people because this is, VIP, special guests, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And I mean, we're just the envy of the crowd, right? Then all of a sudden somebody comes and says, hey, you're in the wrong area. And I was like, okay. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to be in a different area. I'm like, oh, all right. And you remember the old commercial, hey, we're going to the front row. I thought, man, we're going inside. We're going to be right there when Jason comes in off the stage, comes in, his private parking area. He's going to come right up. So they take us over to the corner. We were on the outside. We was in between Aldine's and
it's Luke's.
And Luke Bryan's place.
Well, and I think
But we were
You
closer
guys-
to the restroom, though. We were closer to the restroom.
Right,
so
but I
worked out.
don't think you were supposed to be moved, if I remember correctly.
It
From what
wasn't.
Ronnie said
It
it was a
was-
mistake. You were supposed to be up there, and they weren't
They were
supposed
supposed to be up
you.
there. Yeah, they were supposed to. Yeah, somebody else. It was the people next to that was supposed to be moved, but it was great. It was.
I
fun.
didn't even get to be in that part of it.
You didn't get to be in that. We were having a good time, man. People were
You guys
coming
got
by. They were
moved right before we got up there.
Yeah, it was 6 of us. They were high fiving us. It was like, hey, you know Aldine? I said, sure. Yeah, old buddy of mine.
Yeah, best friends.
So what
All
I'm
he
hearing
wants-
is Gary got you guys kicked out of places.
Did you hear Jason?
Do what?
I said, so I'm hearing Gary just gets people kicked out of places.
I mean, we can put that on you, Gary.
Hey, I'm bringing you to the table, man. Look at this. I'm bringing you to the table. I mean, look at you.
Hey, from the sounds, it doesn't like we're going to be there very long.
Hey, you're gonna get kicked out of some of the best places you ever been by hanging out with him.
Your buddy Holly, 40th.
Yeah, so I'm 41 now.
And Johnny was sad that he couldn't make it.
Yeah, they tried. We're still supposed to go to Nashville with them. We've still not gotten to. We tried to go for his wife's birthday, and it didn't work out.
Wow. Well, the only other thing that I have missed is, and we'll talk about this, and then we'll cut you loose. But I mean, this stuff just keeps coming in. But this may help shed a light on what we were talking about earlier, and I hate to go back, but this was a couple of players getting exemption to a members-only tournament. So that has to do with the.
So, and I don't know all the details. Here's what I was told is that technically speaking, 2 that were in the tournament were not technically supposed to be in the tournament, but they got an exemption. I hope I'm not misquoting. Got an exemption into the PTQ and moved
Right.
on from the PTQ into the main field.
I think there were 4 of them.
Okay.
Yep, 4 total. And it's a sticky wicket. No one wants to throw shade, and it's not a, for the person that it happened to, but they're not PBA members. I don't feel that they should have the right to take money from PBA guys that have paid their money and part of the tour, and this is their livelihood when they're college players. They're getting paid basically to go to college, and they'll be there soon enough. They didn't need to be there for this one.
I think that's where it all comes together right there. I think you're right, Deuce. Deuce and I talked about that.
I get that. I do get that, and I understand that. But my son bowls regionals. He bowls PBA regionals, and here's my point of view on it. Usually, the ones that are bickering about it are the ones who didn't make the cut. Why bicker
Right.
about something that you place below the cut? Because that spot, unless you were sitting right on the bubble, that spot didn't matter to you.
Right.
All of them had to go out there and bowl. All of them had to go out there and compete. They bowled better than you. Now, rule contingencies, I get that. If they technically weren't supposed to be, that's a whole different ball of wax. But as a whole, bowling a PBA event, I feel like if these college kids want to get their feet wet and try, then they're going to pay their money just like everybody else. There's PTQs for a reason. Now, come next year, things will probably change a little bit. But, I mean, for now, it is what it is. I mean, Caden bowled the PTQ for what was it? Was it the U.S. Open? Had to have been the U.S. Open, right? I don't remember.
Yeah.
One of them here in Indy.
But
in Indy, he was at the U.S. Open last year.
But that's a USBC event. That's not so much a PBA event.
Right, but there's PTQs for a reason.
Yep.
I mean, I don't disagree. I don't wholly agree. I feel like there should be some stipulations, but here's where it gets hairy for college bowling. Men's bowling doesn't have NCAA, girls does.
Right.
He bowled the U.S. Open.
Yeah. Thanks, Johnny. So
Johnny's on the spot. Well, the PTQ.
So
Hey.
if men's bowling would go to having NCAA, then it would be a completely different story.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't even know why men's doesn't have NCAA and women's does. I'm so far out of the loop when it comes to men's college bowling. When I bowled, we were in JCAA, but now same school. So Ronnie and I both went to Vincent's, which is where Caden is. And I think Caden, they're qualified or classified in NAIA.
Yeah, NAIA.
Yeah, NAIA.
I have no idea. There's too many divisions to keep up with at this point.
Right.
Well, I think Johnny's on my side, and I've got to come up and see Johnny because Johnny says it seems like that we all have a good time.
Yeah. Come to Indy.
He was there last year.
Johnny was?
Yeah.
Well, introduce me to Johnny.
Him and Hannah both came up there last year. Did you not meet Gary and them?
I don't know.
I'm asking like he's sitting here, but I really thought he would have, unless he was there earlier in the week and you came in later. I don't remember.
Well,
yeah, we're not going to get there till Thursday this year. We won't be there till Thursday.
Oh, Johnny said he did not.
Well, heck.
Okay, Johnny, we're going to be there on Thursday. Get you down there on Thursday. You can come hang out with us.
And I got to post this for the record so nobody gets in trouble. It was Gary's fault we got thrown out of there. No. Anyway. Here you go. Here's your daughter. It's great. I feel like men's would even be better. Because, Sarah was NCAA. Is what she wasn't in AI. So.
Would you stop? My dog's howling at me.
Hang on. Johnny. Hey, I love Johnny, and I don't even know him. I try to keep up with Caden.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Johnny switched over two-handed over a year ago now, and Caden helped him a lot when he did that.
Nice. Johnny's going to be there on Thursday.
All right, so we'll meet you on Thursday.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there probably 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. I'll be there.
Yeah. They'll be there Thursday night.
Perfect. Yeah, we're going to be there Thursday through Monday morning. We're heading back on
Monday morning. Yeah. Yeah, Jason, look at there.
Stop.
Somebody wants to be on camera.
Yeah.
He's rotten.
It's a beautiful dog.
All right, so before we cut you loose, this has been great because this has been what we've been wanting. A whole different view. We were trying to get the thoughts of a wife of a PBA pro on the road. So why don't we end with that? Because we still got a few more minutes. So what is it like with, because Ronnie's on his way home, so he'll be there for a little bit. Indy is in your back door, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, so it's right there. But he's got to go to Vegas. He's going to Ohio. He's going to Michigan. So what's it like?
Busy.
Because you've had because you've had the distinct pleasure of taking care of the kids while he was gone, right? So I mean, you've had to manage both sides, right? Yeah. So so tell us what that's like, and then we will cut you loose. How about that?
It is very, very busy. Very busy. Managing his schedule, managing the kids' schedules, because all three kids are in 3 different activities and in 3 different schools, and then also helping run our pro shops. And then I work full time. So once a month, usually the beginning of the month or the end of the month we're in. So like the end of this month, we'll sit down, we'll have a conversation, figure out where he's at each week, what the budget is each week, where all of our kids are, how to maneuver vehicles. I mean, it's a song and dance. It's a whole production. It's doing the laundry for everybody, sending everybody on their distinctive ways because Caden's in Vincent's, Ronnie's on the road, Cameron's up in Marion, and then now it's just Taylor and I at the house when he's on the road. But he's a fantastic dad. He doesn't miss a thing. He doesn't miss a beat. If he can be here and be home, he's there. Like this weekend, he'll be home, and granted we've got to work on our pinhead shop, but we'll balance going to basketball games and going to Louisville to go watch Caden bowl. Taylor, she's does horseback riding. She's training to be a barrel racer and do 4-H. So we balance out her schedule too. it's just constantly busy. It's never boring. There's always a worry. There's never a time that you're not worried with him traveling, with him being out and about. And, you know, the way of the world right now makes me a little bit nervous. You can't carry your weapon from state to state. So that makes me a little leery from time to time. But for the most part, it's good. He has provided an amazing life for us over the last 20 years, 22 years for me and him. But he's always made it happen. He's always been there. He's always been here for us. He's just super supportive, and he's just an amazing human. And I just really don't know what I'd do without him.
You hit it right on the head. You said he's an amazing human. I've met him a few times, and he's always been super cool to everybody.
Yeah. I tell him all the time he's my favorite human. He's literally the epitome of my best friend.
He is his and Deuce and I and Jason has talked, you know, our jobs are different, you know. But like we were talking on the phone, you said, you know, his workplace just changes.
Right.
Because he's constant, even though he's a professional athlete, but his work station, his work area, his workplace just constantly changes from place to place. Right. And then he has to manage home life and on the road life. And he does it very well.
Yeah, he does. And a lot of people think, oh, he does what he does. So it's star-studded in a way. They like to glorify it. But what they don't get is the mental wear and tear that these guys go through. You know, they're out on the lanes 12, 15 hours a day sometimes. You know, it's not just going to the bowling center and throwing 6 games. It's, I've got to get up in the morning. I've got to wake my body up. I've got to be fueled for the day. I have to go out mentally prepare. Then I physically have to go through all of this, however many games it is per day. In between blocks, you've got to try to rest and recoup and re-energize to come back for the next. And in between, you might be figuring out what bowling balls you have to drill for the next shift. And then you get done that night, and then you're mulling over, okay, did I blow it today? Can I get there tomorrow? And a lot of these guys go to sleep with their thoughts. I don't know that they ever truly rest. Again, like I mentioned earlier, bowling is, as much as it is physical, it's mental. You know, you're fighting an invisible puzzle the entire time that you're out there. And that puzzle is constantly moving. It's like Battleship in a way. Right. And they're exhausted by the end of the week. And then you add the travel and not sleeping in your own bed. It's just
And that's kind of one of the things that we're trying to bring to the public, because a lot of people don't see behind the curtain. They really don't. They get to see him on a Sunday or Monday on the show. They bowl 3 or 4 games. Guy shoots 250. Your local guy down here at your local bowling center, well, shoot, I could bowl a 250. That's not a big deal. They don't understand they bowled 36 games qualifying and missed the cut by 0.2 pins.
Yeah, and it's not a leak shot. It's not a house shot.
It's the toughest sport shot you could ever think of. That the 220 bowler might average 170 on.
Right.
And for them to go through all that and understand, man, it is a drain. I said all the time after when I saw pro bowling, I'm like, man, I would love to be a pro bowler. And then I see what EJ's got to do and Ronnie's got to do and AJ's got to do. I think we were in Jackson, Michigan, and Dallas Leong was taking his stuff out and putting it in his truck. He must have had 40 bowling balls in his truck. He's like, yep, I'm driving to Vegas tomorrow. I'm like, man, there's no way that I would want to do that for a living. That is so tough. And the other thing is, my goodness, Ronnie and Tom are driving back together. They're buddies. I don't know if I would have the gumption to be able to bowl and try and win somebody's money that's my friend.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't ask me how I felt about last night, because that was something I was going to touch on. It's so hard being on tour and being with all these guys. They end up being your family.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many of these guys when they travel through town, even if it's just because they need to travel for something personal, they'll stop at our house and stay the night. Like EJ, Marshall, AJ, they all call me mom. They call Ronnie dad. We're all friends. And like with Tom and Bill and Chris and everybody being on the show last night, you know, we've watched Ryan grow up. So of course I want good things for him. Vi, a good friend of ours, been Ronnie's doubles partner. We want good things for him. I don't personally know Stubler, but great for him for being on there for his first time. Smallwood, he's family. We've been on family vacations together. Of course I want him to win. And then there's Bill. We've bowled college with him. We've known him for 20 years. We want good for them too. It's so hard and such an emotional roller coaster when you're in those predicaments. And I call it a predicament because the emotional roller coaster that you have to be on. And, you know, you want to cheer for everybody and you'll pull for your favorites, of course, but you're never mad with the outcome.
Right.
And when it's you there, I'll never forget this. I think I was pregnant with Taylor. We were in Detroit and there was Ronnie and Bill were bowling each other. I can't remember what the title was for, but, oh, I think Ronnie's home. Hold on one second.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Is that not cool?
Sorry.
Hang on, Ronnie's home.
But Bill and Ronnie were bowling each other, and I was pregnant with Taylor. And Christy, Bill's wife, was also there. Yeah. And their match just kind of kept going back and forth. And I'll never forget, I kept looking at her like in tears because I wanted her to win. But I wanted to win too. Like, it's just so hard because you just want everybody to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I got to break the news to you because you're not going to have Ronald this weekend because Johnny's stealing him this weekend. And because I'm trying to get caught up before we go. So y'all are great people to be around.
Thanks, Lloyd.
I certainly believe that.
Are you staying? Smalls walked in too.
Hey, we got Smalls on a couple weeks ago.
So.
Yeah. And you know, your couch has been on like,
oh my God.
You know, when Rob Stone would talk about you know, people sleeping on your couch.
It seems like everybody who sleeps on my couch wins. I think I'm gonna boot Ronnie out there. That's a good idea.
Oh, the entire family are hands down some of the greatest people I've ever met, and they put up with my BS.
Love you, Johnny.
Love
yeah,
you,
I
Michelle.
think
Hi, Ronald and Smalls.
I think EJ has. I know he's won twice being on my couch. It might be 3 times.
Well, what about Johnny?
Has
Johnny been on your couch?
Johnny has not slept on my couch.
He has? That couch is so comfortable.
It seriously is the most comfortable couch ever.
I didn't get the pleasure of sleeping on it, but I got to sit on it while we played a game.
Well, I guess y'all have to come over in a couple weeks. Y'all can sit on my couch.
I was lucky enough to be in the crowd when EJ won 3 times last year. That was freaking awesome.
Yeah. We're gonna put this guy on the couch.
Yeah.
No, that's where you guys put me when I come visit.
That's right. He sat on the couch when he came to my house.
Exactly.
As long as you can handle husky hair, because my husky sheds like none other. It's ridiculous.
Let me get to a couple more because I don't want to. You know, Rolling on the Sports Pattern was a real eye opener for me. We were talking about the difference between the two. I think people need to be there to qualifying and match play. Then you get to see how hard it really is, not just the show. Absolutely. And I agree because, you know, we have watched, you know, we've been several places and we've watched them all week long.
Well, we need to let this girl go so she can hug and hug.
They're fine. They can handle themselves.
True.
What are they? Are they unloading their stuff in the house?
Yeah. Ronnie just brought a suitcase in. The washer's empty, babe.
That's a hint.
Yeah. Washer. He
even does his own laundry. I trained him well.
Yeah, you did. I'm very domesticated myself. I do a lot. What's up?
Tell him to come around. At least say hi.
Sorry.
What's up?
Coughing up a lung.
You want to say hi too? It's Gary and Ducey. Oh, you're fine.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Smalls?
How you guys doing?
Hey, what's up, Smalls? There you go.
Just walked in. Frozen tundra.
No kidding, right? Safe travels.
You
All
never
right,
know
well,
who
listen.
shows up at the Russell house. I'm telling you what.
Before we go, let him know that your daughter said hi, and then sexy guys. There you go. All right. Well, listen, we'll let you go so you can spend some time with them. Okay. Thank you for coming on. This has
Absolutely,
been
anytime.
fun.
Yeah,
you've
thanks,
been
Michelle. We greatly appreciate it. And
yeah, you're the best looking guest we've ever had.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
and we are definitely gonna.
I got to get the hang of this camera. I look like I'm looking the wrong way the whole time. I don't do this.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing you at the end of the month. We'll see you.
Yes,
down there
you
on
guys be
Thursday.
safe traveling up.
We will.
All right.
We will.
And we will see you, and you take care of those guys while they're there. All right.
Will do. I got to go take care of Sickly over there.
Okay.
See you, sweetheart.
See
All
you
right.
guys.
Thank you, dear. We will talk to you soon and see you. You be safe. Okay.
All right, you as well.
Thanks,
All right.
Michelle.
Thank you.
See you.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got a lot of stuff on her plate.
This guy's
She keeps the Russell household rolling.
Yeah, she does. She gave us a lot of stuff that a whole different avenue, you know. So
And I think one of the coolest comments, like she said, is that she's known Ryan since he was a little kid. So she wanted to see him do well. She's known Bill forever. So that I really don't think, I mean, I know some really good buddies. It'd be like the three of us go bowl. Dude,
right.
I don't know if I would have the gumption, seriously, if I had the gumption to beat Jason to take 50 grand from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I don't think I'd have that killer instinct in me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that would not happen, to be honest.
All right. It probably wouldn't, but you never know. Hey, blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. It might happen. Actually, I think I did pretty well when I bowled with you at that 9-pin.
That's 9-pin, though.
It's 9-pin.
Hey, and Michelle's still with us. She's still sitting at her desk. She don't want to. She's waving.
That's what Smalls did last time too. Smalls
She
did that
just
last time. He
hey.
just sat around and waited for us to get him back on.
Hey, look! I gotta add her. Look, she's just hanging out.
I'm just listening.
You can stay as long as you like, sweetheart. We don't have to kick you off. We thought
Honestly,
you
I don't know how to get out of here.
Well,
I was trying to be quiet.
Yeah, I
We
don't
were
know how to
just
get out of
chatting
it either.
away, and she's just down here laughing and waving and talking. And
Hey, at
Well,
least you didn't say
I
anything
need-
bad about me.
I
What
need to
now?
get out of here because I got stuff I got to take care of.
what do you got to take care of, dude?
I got some work to do, man.
You don't have to work.
Yeah, I do. That's what pays for me to be able to go down south.
So am I going to have to X everybody out so everybody can get off at the same time?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Well, we'll do it this way. All right. So we appreciate it, but a lot of great comments on here, and I had people on Messenger sending me messages. So this has been one of the most that we've ever had. With a lot of the comments. So just love the show, guys. Lori said thanks for what we do. So yeah.
So
We got
next
our-
week, FYI, just next week, gonna have another special guest on. I'm hopefully gonna surprise some people. So we'll 7:00 Tuesday night Central Time.
Okay.
We're gonna have a special guest on, and there might be 2 special guests on tomorrow or next week. So, Michelle, if you can tune in or share with your peeps, let them know. Same time, same bat channel.
Yeah. And anytime you want to jump in here, that's fine too. We were just talking about how great this was because this was a whole
absolutely.
different. We want different content all the way around. We just don't want the same. We want to be different.
Sure.
We want to get it from a whole different angle. So
Yeah. Anytime you guys want me, I'm happy to be back.
Awesome.
Wow.
And it's the whole goal is to promote the sport, let people know more about what the PBA pros go through because it's absolutely amazing. I talk to people at bowling league. I'm like, hey, you're a bowler. Are you a bowling fan? They're like, nope. I'm like, well, you're a golfer. Are you a golfing fan? Well, sure. You know who Tiger Woods is. I'm like, well, do you know who Jason Belmonte is? And they're like, no. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. How is that possible?
yeah. How do you not know?
How do you not know? How do you not? I just don't get it. So that's our goal. Just more exposure. more people out there, get more people to the events. We want to get more people to buy tickets to the PBA show, come to qualify, blah, 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 do the pro-ams. I mean, my God, that's the best thing ever. You can go do a pro-am with the best people in the entire world, and you get to sit right next to them and bowl with them. Come on.
Right.
I'll be at the Pro-Am at US Open. I think Ronnie and I are splitting half Z's on helping in the high five booth.
Gotcha.
Oh,
we won't,
we're
like I said,
running
we
it.
won't be down there till late.
Yeah,
News
I'll
to me.
definitely be sharing the show. Love what you guys are doing. I want to see the sport grow. I want to meet Johnny.
Yeah, thanks,
He's
Johnny.
awesome.
I want to meet Johnny.
Yeah, him and his
I'll
whole
buy
family
the-
are amazing.
I'll buy the first one, Deuce.
Oh, no. We're just going to leave your credit card up like I did last time.
Jason, no. Jason's buying the first one.
Ooh, y'all seem like you're too expensive for me.
Deuce, you want to tell him? Deuce, you want to tell him before we go?
Who?
What his was? What yours was?
He already knows.
Oh yeah, he told me already.
Okay.
He knows.
In that place, I can only imagine.
So, Michelle.
Lloyd wants to meet Johnny. I got Johnny is look there. My Lord.
Johnny's the
So,
man.
Michelle, the first night we get down there, I put on my credit card. We're drinking, and everybody's walking back down towards the paddock at the U.S.
Yeah,
Open.
listen to this.
I'm right. Hey, you want a drink? Hey, you want a drink? Hey, you want a drink? So we're buying drinks like crazy. So it's like 11 o'clock at night. And I said, hey, Monty, go grab the tab. So Monty goes, gets the tab, comes back. It's like, dude, it's like $49. I'm like, there's no possible way it could only been $49. I'm like, what'd you tip her? He's like, $10. I'm like, all right, fine. So we get back to the house, we take it out, and I break out my receipt, and it's like 3 feet long. It's just so long. It was $490, and Monty tipped her $10. We went back the next day
Monty.
and told her, oh my God, we're so sorry. We thought it said 49. Here, we tip her an extra $50 on top of that. She's like, oh, it's okay, no big deal. So I took care of the first night, and then Monty took care of the next 3 nights.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, it's money well spent. We had an absolute blast.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
a freaking great time. And I mean, I didn't drink that much, but I bought for a lot of other people. We had a good time.
Hey,
I love what the
our-
event
our-
is here. It's the hometown crowd. All of you guys come up. It's a great time.
And,
Yeah, it's
and
a great
our
time.
sole
It's
sole
my
purpose
vacation.
is to support our brothers and keep Woodland Bowl in business.
Absolutely.
All right, well, before we go, last one. Chill, just an average Joe that happens to be a bowling nerd.
He fits right in. That's us.
He's going to fit right in with us. He's a bowling
He
stalker.
does.
Yeah,
100%.
that's perfect. That's perfect.
All right, Jason, get in here and say your goodbyes, man. I'll let everybody go at the same time.
All right, hey, well, it's good meeting you guys. Well, one of you, anyways. The other two, whatever.
Nice to meet you.
We'll definitely see you when we get down there next couple of weeks.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Deuce? Anything you want to say?
Michelle, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know that life can be kind of crazy, and we appreciate it. And we know that the only way that married guys can do what they're doing on tour is because they got a great lady at home doing what they do. So we greatly appreciate it.
Oh, thank you guys.
And you know what I think about you, sister. You know how much I love you and Ronnie and the whole family. So I appreciate you coming on doing this with us and just having a good time, laughing and meeting new people. And like I said, looking forward to seeing you in a couple weeks in Indy. Okay.
Absolutely. Love you too, buddy.
All right. So as we always do before we leave, let's remember our brothers and sisters. Both home and away. God to take care of them, keep them safe, and bring them home. Okay. So,
Absolutely.
Every time when you get a minute throughout the day, and you know what I'm talking about too, Jason and Deuce, because we've somewhat been there. Let's take a minute and think about the people that's keeping us safe. Okay.
Oh,
All right. You guys be safe. I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay.
sounds
You
good.
guys
See
be
you all
safe.
next
All right.
week.
Love you guys.
See
Love
ya.
y'all.